Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Even with the nursing home ministry, like I feel like I feel as though that's my calling, to do that. Like he'd been, kind of. I'd have other jobs, delivery jobs, and I'm delivering something to a nursing home or something, and I always walk in there and be like, yeah, I should really come back here. I wanted to come back and just encourage them through music, and once I started doing it, I felt like all those years of leading worship in church was kind of preparation for that. That was the real deal for me. I actually do that full time now. I travel around to nursing homes and assisted living places and do put on concerts for the old folks, and I love them. I love them and have a deep respect for them and just cherish those times that I get to spend with them and, singing some of the older hymns and doing songs that they appreciate and love. And I've grown to appreciate them and love them too, in the doing of them and just actually seeing how they touch and bless the people that I'm singing them for. When I see a lady that's so touched by how great thou art or amazing grace, that it brings tears to their eyes, and it's just like, wow, that's really neat. Ministry is really where it's at for us, with music. And that's definitely our passion and drive behind it.
For me, I had a lot of influences in my family. Growing up, my grandmother and grandfather pastored a little independent Bible church. And so they really kind of stepped out of the ministry by the time I was born. So like I said, I was kind of a latecomer to my family. But my grandmother played the piano and did all the music. And, then my grandfather preached and had the pastoral role and all of those kind of things. And so music was kind of in the family. My mom then sang at church and those kind of things. And so that kind of ran into it. So I always remember kind of looking up to them and their influence and how kind of music had shaped their life and their spiritual life.
I'm driven to play everywhere, because I see what a blessing and encouragement it is to the folks there. And God's totally touched my heart, for them. And, it's interesting just how the Lord's been using the Hymns Project in these facilities. I'll send out the Hymns Project, just to kind of give them a taste of my music. And, if they want to invite me in, that'd be great. But they actually started using them to bring into rooms of people who are dying, who are passing away. Because it's an acoustic, peaceful collection of the classic hymns, that they really enjoy. And it's just amazing that the Lord allowed us, to do that, to minister in that way, to be those soothing last things that people will hear, before they pass on, And it's especially fitting, I think, the last couple songs that the Lord, and how the Lord arranged the album. He just totally guided the process for us. He gave me a song called "Before the Daisies Grow," and it's a song about trust, learning how to trust and rest in that trust in Jesus before you're pushing up daisies, before the daisies grow. That's the kind of the theme of the song. But learning how to trust. I was listening through my album the last couple of days, and I came to that last song, "Before the Daisies Grow," and I'm just like, it's touching me, and again, and just like realizing that this is what people are hearing in those rooms, when they're passing away. Like, yes, you can trust Jesus. He loves you. Jesus loves you. As I'm listening to myself sing those last couple lines, Jesus loves you, I'm getting touched to the point of, tears are coming down my face. I'm just like, wow, yes, He does love me. It's touching me, in that way. So it's just so cool. So amazing how much Jesus loves us, and that's why we can trust Him with our all, with our everything. The next album was a collection of the classic hymns, and I chose for that. I wanted to make an album to leave with the nursing homes that they could use, and so I chose a lot of the most popular and the most well loved, I guess, classic hymns, and so that's. Collection of those, and then of course the last two tracks, one's "Before the Daisies Grow," which I mentioned. I've really tried to, with the hymns, bring a unique arrangement to them, and kind of they're peaceful. I actually, at the time, I'm just like I was exploring finger picking. That's kind of one of my favorite styles of playing. So it lends itself to the hymns quite well, and And yeah, so the arrangements on that album are mostly featuring different finger picking patterns and things that I'm doing.
I think melody-wise, though, we've tried to stay pretty close to
Yeah,
the
stay
classic
true.
arrangement and classic melody because, you know, we had to think about the audience we were making it for, and it really was just for the elderly in the nursing homes and people that grew up just loving these hymns. And so we wanted them to feel like they could still connect to that. Like when they're listening to the hymn, it's not some foreign sounding, oh, what did they do to that song I loved? But that they could still connect to it and say, oh yeah, this is that song that I love and that still touches me. And so I think it's still definitely, you know, the classic presentation of it with just kind of a little bit of our style kind of thrown in there.
I really connect well with Before the Daisies Grow, just because there's a lot of history in that song for me, you know, about trust issues and struggling with trust issues, and then and then finding trust and the sweetness of that trust and the preciousness of that trust in Jesus, you know, that we can lean on him and that he is the foundation. You know, Peter puts it this way, you know, he says, your faith is far more precious than mere gold, you know, and I've found that to be true in my own life. It's precious to me.